welcome to WIP Wednesday. I know I skipped last week, but like some of you who are in my Discord or follow me on Instagram know, but yeah, my youngest, who is only 6, broke her leg on Memorial Day, of all days. So it was just too crazy. It's still crazy, but I was like, no, I need to sit down and work on a page. I'll admit I have not done much coloring since she broke her leg. I've been just kind of diamond painting, but I was working on this fairy page. Now this is by Raen Art. It's actually in her fairy coloring book. Now she's not on Etsy right now because of the whole ban from Russian artists. So I know she's got them on another site, but I don't think this one's up there yet. So it's a big bummer because she's one of my favorite, but I'm sure it'll all get worked out. So I thought I would just keep coloring away on this. I think I'm going to work on her eyes. I'm actually going to give her lavender eyes because she's a fairy. I'm not really going for realism. I want her to look kind of mystical. So let me pick some colors and then we can chat. So I want to do this reddish violet. I am using the Koh I Noor, that's these ones here. So the Koh I Noor Polycolor. I do have the 144 set, which is not easy to get in the US right now. I wish it was, but I had quite the adventure trying to order that thing. So let's see, is that 178? Yep. And then I want orchid purple. And as I like sidetrack, right? Yeah, so they're not easy to get in the US, and that's just because I need this one, 654. Like on Amazon, they're on there, but every time I ordered them, they kept sending me a student pack of 12 of the same color. It was incredibly frustrating. I think it was like the 3rd or 4th time they finally sent me the actual 144 set. So yeah, that was quite a doozy. Let me just sharpen this. Or not, because it's not plugged in. I'm not with it today. I did actually record a WIP Wednesday last week. Let me do this real fast. But I just felt like I rambled and made no sense. So I was like, I'm not going to publish this, and I never did. So yeah, here I am. Hopefully this one I'll publish. It's just been a long week. So yeah, Monday, Memorial Day night. Seriously, it was like 9 o'clock at night. My daughter is like screaming outside on the trampoline. And, you know, little girls can be a little dramatic, and she is definitely one of those. And so when her sister came in and said, oh, she got hurt on the trampoline, she won't get up. I was just like, okay, well, tell her, brush it off, get up and come in here. Because I was in the house. I was already in bed, actually, because I was like, I have to work the next day. And so my daughter's like, no, she won't come in. She needs you. Like, she refuses to move. So I went out to the trampoline, and she was just kind of sitting there with her leg bent. And then, like, everybody was trying to explain the story, and she wouldn't get up. Like, she wouldn't stand up. And so I was like, okay. So I had to crawl in there because we have one of those kid nets that are not made for adults to go through that opening. But I squeezed myself through there to retrieve her, and then got her in the house and brought her upstairs to go to bed because she was just crying and tired from a long day. And I was putting ice on her leg, and according to the kids that were in the trampoline with her at the time, she was coming down just as her brother and his friend were going to jump, so just bad timing, and her leg bent backwards. But they couldn't really tell me how far backwards. They said they heard a pop, and so I was like, oh, I wonder if she dislocated her knee. And so that was the way I was leaning, and then I thought maybe a ligament or just a really bad strain, whichever, tomato at that point. And And so my husband came in and looked at it, and he's a firefighter, EMT. He's like, well, if she can't bear any weight on it, then we're going to need to take her in because it might be something more serious. And so we tried to get her to stand on it, and she just would not stand. And then she started screaming, like this scream that I've never heard her do. So like, I knew it wasn't a drama, like I need attention scream. She was in a lot of pain, and she was like, her lip was trembling, and she just couldn't put any weight on her leg whatsoever. So I took her to the ER while my husband stayed here with the older kids. And yeah, while they were like checking her out, the ER doctor's like, oh, I think she tore a ligament, because I guess they were doing this test where they push on her ligaments, and like it should move your kneecap around, and it wasn't moving. And so she was like, I'm leaning towards a ligament tear of some kind, but she's like, I still got an x-ray too. And so, you know what ERs are, like you get like 5 minutes with a doctor, and then and so I was just sitting there waiting, and they came in and did x-rays, and the x-rays really hurt to do for her because she had to twist different angles so they could get different angles of the x-ray. But at least they did them in the room so she didn't have to move. Try to look at these eyes and make sure she doesn't look like crazy. So yeah, she didn't have to move. And then we waited like an hour after x-rays. And I mean, it was Memorial Day night, so but the ER actually wasn't too busy when we got in there. I was actually surprised because I was like, oh man, we're going to be here for hours without all the people who like, you know, barbecue injuries and whatnot. But it wasn't super busy, but we were still waiting. And so she finally comes in. She's like, sorry, I had to call an orthopedic surgeon to just verify what we found. And I was like, ah, crap. And she goes, but it's broken. And so I was just like, wait, what? Seriously? It's broken? Yeah, it turned out she broke her tibia and tore her ligaments all in one fell swoop. So I don't know if I'm liking those eyes right now. She got crazy eyes at the moment. I might whiten those down a little. But yeah, so we were completely caught off guard with that one. But yep, broken tibia. So they put her in a full leg temporary cast, and it's still hard, but it's soft at the very top, and that's just to allow for the swelling to go down, because her leg was like really swollen. It was swelling really bad. And so the doctor was like, we've got to put on this temp cast so that as the swelling goes down, the cast, you know, squeezes in more. And so it'll move with the swelling, basically. So they put on the temp cast, and then she's like, and then you'll have to, you know, go follow up with the orthopedic surgeon the next day. So the temp cast, unfortunately, has to be a full leg cast because of the torn ligaments and such. The knee has to stay completely straight. So she's in literally a full leg cast. I mean, there's like this much of her leg not covered. It's outrageous is what it is. But yeah, so they, you know, casted her up, and gosh, by the time we got home, it was like 2 a.m. Got her to bed. She didn't sleep well, though. She was just in pain and uncomfortable and cranky. So yeah, we went and saw the orthopedic surgeon, and they said that they could not put the permanent cast on still because she is still too swollen. And he's like, I need that swelling to go down before I can even think about it. So he needs her to stay in this temporary cast till June 20th. I'm sharpening, by the way. So yeah, we go back June 20th, and hopefully she can get her permanent cast then. I was just like, oh, for Pete's sake. And so I've been like lifting her, and my back is just, oh, it's had it. My back has had it. she's not light, so she's 6, but she actually weighs more than my almost 10-year-old, because my daughter turns 10 next month. But yeah, so she's 6, and we've always joked that she weighs more than her older sister, but now I'm like, oh, it's not funny. She weighs 54 pounds. She's 6 years old, but she wears size 8 clothing. And like, for reference, her older sister, who, like I said, turns 10 here next month, weighs 48, I think is what we got her at. So I've been lifting like her to and from the bed, the couch, the bathroom. She's having to sleep with me because her bedroom's on the 2nd floor, and there's no way I can carry her up and down the stairs. And my husband, has to go to work, and it's just been killing my back, the up and down. And basically anytime she has to go to the bathroom, she has to be carried there. We do have a wheelchair coming today, thank goodness. And so all I'll have to do is get her in the wheelchair, and then I can wheel her to the bathroom. I have no idea how excited I am, because I about cried yesterday picking her up. My back is so sore. So yeah, it's been crazy. Like, she's not sleeping. She's very moody. She's moody for multiple reasons. She's frustrated because she has to sit there. She can't really hang out with friends. She can't do anything. She's in pain. She's bored. And we've tried so many activities. Bought her some new toys that she could play with. And it's just, nothing makes her happy. She's just constantly mad. And she's almost snarky, too. The other day, she said some snarky comments that I was like, what on earth? So yeah, she's really moody. I've been told also some of the pain meds she's on can cause mood swings. They actually have her on like oxycodone, which I was kind of shocked at when they prescribed it, but the doctor was like, no, she's got torn ligaments and a broken bone. She's in a lot of pain and she's going to need this. But yeah, she's just incredibly moody, so I'm like trying everything to not lose my sanity. It's like having a toddler again. I mean, she's just throwing tantrums and screaming, and except she can say things, mean things, whereas a toddler just screams. But yeah, she's just getting snarky and overly dramatic at anything and everything. Oh my gosh, like, you say the wrong thing and she just starts bawling. It's just an emotional roller coaster. Some nights she'll sleep all night if we give her dose of medicine. Other nights she still wakes up. So it's like hit or miss. And then yesterday, Indy, our latest acquisition of a husky, she had her spay appointment. And I was going to reschedule it, but I was just like, well, it's already crazy. Let's just get it over with. And also because she had never gone into heat, so we wanted to get it done before she did. So she went, and I went to pick her up from the vet. I went to lift her and put her in my back of my Denali. And I'm getting all ready to pick her up like I do with my daughter, who's heavy. And I go, all right, let's do this. And I pick her up, and she's like light as a feather. And I'm like, holy crap, how much do you weigh? And how much does my daughter weigh? And that's when I weighed everyone again. And the dog was only 38 pounds. So yeah, I was like, whew, I can lift you. But so I found that kind of funny. I was just getting prepared to like lift this huge beast of a dog. And then it was like, oh, never mind. You're quite lightweight. I'm probably going to still work on the lips a little, but I want to wait and see, because I'll probably add a little more highlight. But yeah, that's not too bad. The eyes are starting to not bother me as much. Zoomed in like this, it probably looks like she's super crazy, but zoomed out, it won't be. But I think I want to work on like this little bug, doing some translucent wings. So I'm dealing with Indy now. But like with most of our huskies, we got her basically sedated. They've given us a nice little sedative for her so that she's kind of just chillaxing while she recovers. Sorry, I have to sharpen again. Such an annoying sound, I know. So yeah, she's just kind of hanging out, and but she does keep trying to get up and move, so that part is a little rough. But I'm hoping her recovery will go quickly. Akira is actually back at the trainer. She was scheduled to go back this week. He wanted to fine-tune a couple of things. He just doesn't feel or doesn't like. He's a perfectionist. But what's nice is you pay him for the board and train, and if the dog isn't perfect, he brings them back for free until they are. So there was just a few things her stubborn little head wasn't refusing to do. So he's like, no, she needs to come back. This isn't acceptable to me. So, yeah, so she's gone. So at least I only have the two to deal with right now. Not that Scout is ever a handful. In fact, I think Scout was all happy for that brief period where Indy was at the vet, Akira's gone, and she's like, I'm free. I'm the only husky again. She semi-pouted, but I honestly think she was putting on a show or something, because she pouted a lot more when Indy came home. But it was just funny. So yeah, I've got that going. My dishwasher broke down out of nowhere, just stopped working. I was like, that actually happened Memorial Day morning. And I was like, hey, perfect timing, Memorial Day sales. So I got a dishwasher, really nice and cheap. The only bummeroo is I just found out they can't come and install it until June 15th. And we haven't had a dishwasher since Memorial Day. I told my husband, I was like, I can't go that long without a dishwasher. I'm already losing it, man. It's like, you need to just toughen up, Buttercup, and install this dishwasher for me. So he's probably just going to install it. He knows how. It's just, we hate installing them in a new house because you never know what's lurking under there. But I told him he's going to have to do it because I will probably go officially bonkers if I don't have a dishwasher by then, because we're hand washing everything. We're using paper plates when we can. But my husband likes to cook, so he likes to use, pots and pans. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, if it was just me, I would be eating out every day. I mean, I'm already too tired to cook with my daughter, so I'm totally fine with it. But he and I are polar opposites when it comes to that. I'm trying to give, like, these translucent wings so it looks like they're bouncing off of her hair color. And then I think I'll outline it in white. So that the wings kind of stand out. I'm adding a little more blue because I want the blue to be a little bit more predominant here than the other colors. But yeah, so I'm down a dishwasher, got a kid with a broken leg. I'm pretty sure I broke my back. It was funny, the wheelchair people were like, well, we could deliver it tomorrow. And I was like, how much extra do I got to pay you to get it here today? You just name a price and I will do it. And I think she could just hear like the desperation in my voice. And she's like, you know what, I'll get you on the schedule for today. No biggie. Didn't even charge me. But I was just like, please get it here today. But yeah, so I mean, it's been crazy. And then, so Akira, I think I mentioned this on one of my WIP Wednesdays, maybe I didn't, but she broke into our neighbor's yard and killed one of their chickens, and she also did it to two of their bunnies. And so our trainer's working on that with her, and so I was like, okay, well, at least Scout and Indy are good. Well, on Memorial Day as well, Memorial Day was not a good day. It was a real ultimate case of the Mondays that day. Yeah, so Indy broke out and killed my neighbor's, another one of her chickens. So apparently Indy has a taste for the fresh chickens too. So I was like, how great. So we bought these no-dig fence liners. My neighbor is very cool about it, very zen. She grew up on a farm. She's like, hey, your dogs are predators and I have free range chickens. I'm pretty much asking for this. But I'm like, yeah, at the same time, my dog shouldn't be coming onto your property and killing your chickens. But she's like, I got 27 chickens, you know, it's no big deal. But still, it's just for me. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Now I got 2 dogs that are chicken murderers. I mean, come on. So yeah, it's just, that was an interesting Monday for sure, to say the least. Yeah, I can definitely claim I had a case of the Mondays that day, and I'll fight you for it. But yeah, so we're gonna have to train Indy, but at least right now she's sedated and relaxing because she got spayed. So at least I have maybe a week before I guess to deal with that. But yeah, so I've been doing diamond painting. I just have one kind of on my kitchen table, and that's just so I can relax while hanging out with my daughter. Take a sip of my coffee. And I've just kind of left it there. I don't want to have it up, or even if I wanted to work in my art studio, I couldn't because, you know, she'll need me. And we used walkie-talkies, but it just became more of a pain. So yeah, I'm doing that at, like, the kitchen table, and I'm new to diamond painting, but I'm really enjoying it. So I normally use mandalas to kind of like refresh my artistic side, and I call them my palette cleanser because it's just, you know, brainless and stuff. But even mandalas, I'm like, I don't feel like coloring a mandala, but I think it's because I have to pick the colors and, you know, still like pick out a palette. Whereas the diamond painting, like, the colors are picked. You just put the little diamond where it says to put it. And it's very relaxing, which is weird because the first time I tried diamond painting, I got so flustered because I was like, this is going to take hours before I get any satisfaction or sense of completion. And I just bought one from a cheap one on Amazon on a whim, and then I was just in love, so I bought a bunch from the Memorial Day sale for the Diamond Art Club. So I'll do like a little haul of those for those of you into diamond painting, but I find it quite relaxing. I've been trying to pick ones that I'll either hang up in my studio or I can give to the girls and hang it up in their rooms. And even ones like I can give away as gifts, maybe even giveaways on the channel. I don't know. I'm just having fun doing that. This page has been a WIP for over a week now. The hair took a little while. I was trying to do like a translucent hair. That's Pro Colors, not Koh I Noor. The rest is Koh I Noor. I need a cream color or a yellow. Let's try this pollen yellow and hope it's not too yellow. Let's see. That's too yellow. Let's try the cream. Although it's not called cream, it's called ivory bone, but I just feel like it needs that tinge. You won't see it very well on camera, but it just adds like a little tinge there. And I might even go over this with a Prisma white so it looks all translucent. I don't know. I am so tired. My brain is not functioning. I've been like on the fence about what to do with my channel just because I want to get back into mixed media. I'm getting back into watercolor, as you guys have seen. And so I kind of put a poll out, and it seems like, at least for those who voted, most people are okay with me keeping it all on one channel. So I think I'm going to do that. It saves me some hassle. What I'm going to do is put a little thing on the thumbnails and stuff so you know, like, that's diamond painting, or that's coloring, that's watercolor, or that's mixed media. I'm going to start making my mixed media canvases again. I'll probably end up selling them on Etsy. Maybe I'll give away a few too. They're just fun to do, and like you can use anything to make them. That's what's great about them. It's like you got leftover scraps or paint or ink. I'm so sorry, I keep hitting my camera. my depth perception is off, which is probably not safe while carrying a 5 or 6-year-old around the house, but what you gonna do? At least till they get that wheelchair here. My cleaning ladies come today, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness, because my house is just awful, and I don't even have the energy to push start on the washing machine. Like, Monday came so fast this week, and my bosses are very cool about it, though. I was like, guys, I'm so tired. But yeah, I'm gonna hopefully get some videos recorded today. I got my latte from our Beans and Brews, which I need to reheat. I can't drink cold coffee. All right, I think if I play with this much more, it's gonna turn to mud. But it's got the look I want, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna, because I want this bug to just look magical. I'll probably do a tutorial with like King Art. I had a request for King Art gel crayons, so I think I'm gonna do that on the back of this, or background for this bad boy, bad girl, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to call her bad girl. All that I have really left is the dress and then the little buggy's body, and I think I'm gonna make the bug like a combination of blues and creams, or maybe silver. I don't know, like there are so many colors with this 144 set of Koh I Noors. Great selection of colors. I need to review these, but I mean, like, look at all of these yellows and oranges and reds, blues, all the way in. Look at all those purples. I mean, that's one thing I really like, because most sets lack in purples because it's not an easy color. Loads of pinks, more reds, more blues, green. These awesome, neutral yellows and earth tones, skin tones, everything. Warm grays, which I love. I hate that they have bronze, silver, gold, but I will let that pass. Ooh, gold. No, I feel like that would take away too much. I just want her to be very pastel and just ethereal is what I'm going for. Like her dress. I don't know. Like even her cheeks. When I took a picture the other day, the blush looked a lot stronger than it does right now. I haven't buffed out her skin because I've been sitting here. I've never used Koh I Noor for skin, by the way, so that was quite the adventure. But yeah, every time I look at it, I'm like, no, it needs a little touch of this. No, it needs a little more of this. And so I've just been kind of tweaking it here and there, like I am now, because I'm like, in this lighting, the blush isn't looking where I want it to be. Don't I even ask what colors I used for the blush, because I cannot remember. I just grabbed it random. My daughter was screaming. I needed to grab something quickly so I could sit next to her. And I just was like, yeah, that looks good. So I think I'm going to call it here, though, because I am so tired and I'm sure I'm rambling. And I definitely don't want to do that. But hopefully I can get a few videos out. I recorded a few already. I just haven't had time to edit them. And I should say I haven't had the mental energy to edit them. So that's the other problem. But I will get to those very soon. And then, yeah, I'll keep you guys updated in the community tab. Make sure you're following me on Instagram, of course. I do a lot of stories to kind of show you what I'm up to for the day. I really need to start doing that in my community tab as well. It's just been one of those. Oh, and I did post in the community tab our buddy color. I might do like a little color along with that picture. No guarantees though, because this month is just so up in the air at this point. Yeah, I don't even know. So we'll see on that one, but, or maybe I'll use it in a stream. I don't know. So many choices, but yeah. So thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you all are having a wonderful week so far, and I will talk to you all very soon. So until next time, take care. Bye now.